Michael Edward here, the head trader at True Trading Group. It's May 27th. I've got an awesome video lesson I'm going to share with you. It has everything to do with the trade line. Okay. The trade line is a very, very key technical indicator that traders must know. And it's really something that I use a lot intraday. I mostly use this indicator intraday. You can use it on longer time frames. You can use it on daily charts. But I tend to use this mostly intraday. And this is probably one of the most important intraday indicators that I think day traders should be aware of. And swing traders should also be aware of how to properly use the trade line, because it will give you your entry and exit points, especially your entry points, even when you guys are looking for swing trading. So understanding how to use the trade line intraday is crucial. For those of you that are like, what the hell's the trade line? What is he talking about? The trade line is the 9 exponential moving average, the 9 EMA. Okay. It can also be the 8 EMA, the 10, the 11, or the 12. They're all extremely similar. It comes down to personal preference, but I've seen traders use the 8 EMA. I've seen traders use the 11 EMA as their trade line. I use the 9 EMA. It is important to point out to you, first and foremost, when using the trade line indicator, you should not have pre-market trading included in your trade line indicator. Now, when you guys are looking on your trading platforms, do not look for the indicator called the trade line. It's not going to be labeled as the trade line. You'll have to actually set the 9 exponential moving average. So go to exponential moving average and set that 9 EMA indicator. Make sure it does not include pre-market data. Okay, that is the trade line. Now, the trade line is a momentum indicator. Okay, typically when a stock makes a clear, definitive, decisive move in one direction or the other, it can be to the upside or the downside. To the upside, when a stock makes a clear, definitive, decisive move, typically that trade line will act as support on the way up. On the way down, when a stock makes a clear, definitive, decisive move to the downside, that trade line will act as resistance on the way down. It is important that you do not try to use the trade line during moments of consolidation. When a stock is consolidating, the trade line is going to mean absolutely nothing. The stock's going to go above it, below it, above it, below it, above it, below it when it's consolidating. Again, it is a momentum indicator, okay? It only works when stocks are making clear, decisive moves in one direction, not when they're consolidating, trading sideways. That's a very important factor that you guys need to be aware of. Now, what I'm going to do with you during this video is I'm going to share with you multiple ways you can use the trade line indicator, which I think is one of the most important intraday indicators for day traders and also for swing traders. I traded GRNQ twice today, both big wins. Okay, both big wins today on GRNQ. I was kind of fluctuating around green, red. I was red, and I was green. Like on other things during the day, I traded DraftKings today. I traded Hertz. I traded PRTY. And I was like, I would make money, then I would lose money, then I would make money. It's like I was kind of flat on the day. And then GRNQ was what just took me back into the green. And I nailed this thing twice. And both times the trades were based off the trade line. So for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to go through all of my trades because this will be an hour-long video. I was very active today. Like I said, I traded DraftKings, I traded Hertz, I traded PRTY. But I made all my money in GRNQ today on these two trades. And since they were both trades were based off the trade line, I'm going to share this with you because this is an excellent lesson on how to use the trade line. You can use it in multiple time frames. Okay, I use the trade line on a 3-minute chart, and I also use the trade line on a 15-minute chart to place my two trades, and I'm going to share that both with you now. If you guys are not familiar with the trade line, you're new to the channel, don't worry. If you guys join the True Trading Group community and you guys get the 1-year membership, because right now we're doing the Memorial Day sale is over May 31st, and that's a 36% discount. With that discount, you get included the entire course curriculum for free. Okay, so you guys get access to all the courses that are on the website. I wrote these courses myself. It's the same information I learned when I worked at a hedge fund. It's just a simplified version. Okay, it's just a simplified version so everybody can understand it. And that's what you guys get access to when you join that 1-year membership. And if you click on the link in the description below, sorry about that. If you guys click on the link in the description below, use coupon code TTG36. You'll get a 36% discount on your membership. And then in June, prices are going up. We're adding a bunch of new features, so prices are going up. So if you guys want that curriculum, sign up now. Use that TTG36 coupon code. Now let's get to GRNQ. Okay, let's talk about this trade line. This is a very important indicator that I think all traders should know, and not many traders know how to use properly. Let's go to the first trade. Okay, let's go to the first trade here of the day, or the first GRNQ trade. Now, GRNQ was on the watch list today. Okay, it was on the watch list today. We were gapping above yesterday's, 2 days ago, prior day's high. Okay, we were gapping above this pivot point. So today, GRNQ was actually on the watch list, and we said watch for this day's prior high to hold support and see if GRNQ can continue higher. So it was already on the watch list today. Now we go into the intraday chart. You can see right off the bell, dud. Okay, the 10 o'clock hour, dud. This stock was just very quiet, but what was it doing? It was holding that prior day's high that we discussed pre-market. Okay, so that's a good sign. The support level we were looking for it to hold did in fact hold. Okay, I'm going to move my face now just so you guys can see the volume on this chart and put my face right over here. All right, now this teal blue line on my screen, this is the trade line. This orange line is the VWAP indicator. Again, do not include pre-market data in your trade line. If you do, it will be different than mine. I also do not include it in my VWAP. If you do, it will be different than mine. Okay, now let's go over here. You guys can see here, we pop our head above VWAP for the first time up on the day with a strong increase in volume. Look at the trading volume in comparison when we were just drifting, consolidating. Then we got this strong pop over VWAP, and it's above and through VWAP. Okay, what I want you guys to pay attention to is this trade line indicator. This on the 3-minute chart. This 3-minute chart. This trade line indicator comes into play here and crosses over VWAP. This is called a trade line VWAP crossover. Okay, this is a trade line VWAP crossover. This is when the trade line indicator crosses above VWAP for the first time on the day. So you can see for the very first time today, this trade line crossed above VWAP right there. There's your crossover. See how we got above VWAP? That is a breakout indicator. It's a breakout catalyst. Okay, now again, this is not going to work 100% of the time, guys. There is no indicator, there's no setup that works 100% of the time. Please understand that. But as we go through these lessons, you have to understand this is a very high probability setup. It's a high probability pattern. It's a trigger breakout that I teach all of our TTG members, and a ton of people caught this trade. It's covered in great detail. The trade line has its own course in the TTG curriculum, and the trade line VWAP crossover setup also has its own course in the TTG curriculum. So you guys will get to learn this stuff like the back of your hand. If you guys join with that TTG36 coupon code, get that 36% discount and all the courses included for free. Okay, so now here we go. Notice we pop over VWAP with an increase in volume. Now that we did that and the trade line's working its way up, I now look for VWAP in the trade line to become support. And on that, I actually get long right there. It was a thing of beauty. Let's see, go back to my trade alerts and move my face. Okay, here we go. I can put my face back over here now just so you guys can see. Let me zoom in for you. Okay, here we go. So you guys can see here at 11:35 a.m., long GRNQ at $1.71. Okay, long right here at $1.71 because of this trade line. Because again, we just popped over VWAP with an increase in volume. The increase in volume on the pop above VWAP is crucial to this trade setup. Let me just move my space all the way over here, just so you guys can see the volume. Okay, there's your increase in volume, and here comes the trade line. Now again, the trade line is a momentum-based indicator. Here's your trade line VWAP crossover, the first time it happens on the day, and bang, you get this explosive move that takes you right through highs of the day. And I just start peeling profits off the table, guys. Took some off at 184, took the bulk of my profit off at 294, and then final take profit at 215. Final take profit was right there. Okay, there is your final take profit. And this is a very quick little trade, all because of this trade line indicator. Again, this is called a trade line VWAP crossover. And what I want you to notice is once the stock made a definitive, decisive move. Notice how it held this trade line. And this trade line acted as support, rocket move. Okay, so your clear, definitive, decisive move, that trade line indicator acts as an area of support. Perfect. Now, let's talk about the second trade, because the second trade, again, all based on the trade line, but this time it was a 15-minute trade line, okay, that really made me go after this trade. It's still the 9 EMA, but it's just on a 15-minute chart, okay, but it's still the 9 exponential moving average just on a 15-minute chart. This is another reason why it's also very important for you guys to use multiple time frames when you are trading. Do not just stay fixated on one chart, one time frame chart. I use the 3-minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the hourly, the daily, and sometimes even the weekly. Those are the chart time frames that I use. I suggest you guys use the same. Now, as we get back to GRNQ, I want to point out to you one thing in particular, that this has nothing to do with the trade line, but when you are looking for stocks that could potentially give you afternoon moves, you want to look for stocks that were strong in the morning and hold above key support levels during lunchtime. So GRNQ, obviously strong in the morning, and then during lunchtime, which is typically from 12 to 2, you look for it to hold a key support level. In this case, the key support level was the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, which also lines up with VWAP, this orange line on my screen. Notice now as GRNQ is consolidating, this trade line means nothing. You can see we're above the trade line, we're then below it, then we're above it, then we're below it, then we're above it, then we're below it, then we're above it, then we're below it. It's not an indicator that's going to tell you anything during a moment of consolidation. But when we go back and you notice during the clear, definitive, decisive move, look, support, okay, here's your support, support, support. So during the clear, decisive move, that trade line indicator acts as a nice support level, okay? So now, again, you look for stocks, guys, that were strong in the morning, that hold key support levels during lunchtime. We got that in GRNQ. For that reason, GRNQ remained on my watch list for an afternoon move, okay? And then as we go into now a 15-minute time frame, let's go to a 15-minute chart. What do you guys notice here? Okay, here's a 15-minute chart. And if you guys notice, we never once, not once, did we trade below this trade line indicator on GRNQ. Not once the entire day. Okay, not once. So once I recognize this, I say, okay, the 15-minute trade line is obviously in play as an area of support. Also, look what we have here. Trade line, VWAP, crossover. Okay, trade line, VWAP, crossover. Now it's happening on the 15-minute chart instead of the 3-minute. I already said to you guys that this stock already has my attention for a potential afternoon move because it held a key support level during lunchtime. Again, when you're looking for a stock to make an afternoon move, you want to see stocks that are strong in the morning and hold above key support levels during lunchtime between 12 and 2. In the case of GRNQ, it was the 38.2 Fibonacci level and VWAP. Again, guys, if this sounds foreign to you, do not worry. I promise, I guarantee you will learn all of this like the back of your hand if you guys take the TTG courses and that are available included with your membership. Again, click on the link in the description below. Use coupon code TTG36 to get the 36% discount before prices go up in June. Now, let's go back to that 15-minute trade line. So now here we coming out of lunchtime. Okay, let's go back to the 3-minute. Actually, we're coming out of lunchtime. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. We're coming out of lunchtime, and we start to get a little bit of a pop. Okay, we start to get a little bit of a pop here. All right, now since we're ready to, that's actually right in here. Okay, here is where I entered GRNQ for the second time today. Okay, for the second time today, I'm entering the trade right there, almost at exactly 2 p.m. Let's go back to a 15-minute chart. Where are we at exactly 2 p.m.? We are right there. And notice, again, this trade line indicator support. Is that not as clear could possibly be? Let's go back to my trade alerts on the day. There it is, 2:01 p.m. So not 2 o'clock, 2:01 p.m. I'm long GRNQ again at $2.11. Okay, and this entire trade is based on this trade line indicator on the 15-minute chart and I'm looking for this trade line to continue to be support and squeeze us higher to new highs of the day. And that is exactly what happened. We tested the trade line, we tested it, it held, we tested it, it held, and we rocketed to new highs of the day. And I just start peeling profits off the table into that move. Okay, let's go back to the alerts. You guys can see here as I'm long at 211, my first take profit just 3 minutes later. That's how fast this stock moved. Just 3 minutes later, I'm already taking profits off at 238 from the 211 entry, 238. Okay. And then you guys can see here 50 minutes later, almost an hour later, we finally get the breakout. Okay. Bang. You get that big breakout move. Let's go back to the 3-minute chart just so I can show you guys the take profits. So here's the entry. Okay, here is the initial entry at 201. There is your first take profit, which was in front of the high of the day, because I want to make sure I take 25% of my position off in case the high of the day does not break. Then we pull back in. And now a lot of traders will get very nervous during this pullback, but not us, because why? We're looking at that 15-minute chart and we're saying, there's that trade line. Look at that support level. Are we nervous? Absolutely not. The trade line is still our friend. It's still support. And then bang, you get that rocket move. A lot of inexperienced traders that do not know how to properly use the trade line are going to stop out of this trade during that pullback because they're going to think we double topped. They're going to panic. They're going to stop out. Meanwhile, you should be getting long if you knew how to use the trade line indicator. And that's where you could get long and catch this real nice explosive move. And then bang, we get that squeeze. And then right there, my next take profit comes off the table, the bulk of the position at $2.58. Then we extend even higher for good measure. And right there, guys, my final take profit at $2.69 from the 211 entry. And that is a solid, solid trade. Okay, just an absolutely solid trade, all because of the trade line. And that second trade was even bigger for me than the first, P&L wise. Okay, it was a bigger move, was a bigger trade. And I got better follow through, better extension, and that was my real big winner of the day. And that helped bring me well into the green today after taking a couple losses early in the day and just kind of being like green and then red. I was kind of going back and forth, but this trade brought me well into the green, and I was able to finish the day green, all because of understanding how to use the trade line. Guys, this is a very important lesson, very important indicator that you need to know if you're going to be day trading. So go back, watch this video again, take notes, get to learn that trade line indicator. Or, of course, my biggest suggestion would be to use the coupon code TGD36 and go through the actual course material on the trade line, because I break it down in great depth, great detail. And I guarantee this will be something you guys will be able to trade with your eyes closed using this indicator, because it really is a thing of beauty. It's a momentum indicator. I think all traders should know how to use it. So I hope this video helps, guys. If you haven't done so already, like this video for me. If you're brand new, subscribe to the channel. And of course, hit that notification bell with your mouse. Make sure you guys don't miss out on any more of these awesome videos. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Later.